stop the music because we need to start with the TA basically. So okay, first of all, welcome to the chat again. I hope everybody's doing great today. I know you guys are pretty scared with this whole Bitcoin manipulation, if you want to call it, this chart action, the price action that's happening for Bitcoin. So I just wanted to come out here right now because I think many people are scared and they don't know what's going on or where we're going or what's happening basically. The people who aren't scared are basically the people who are very good and very good at investing and hodling, the hodlers and the investors. But the new retail, the weak hands are probably very, very scared because actually you need to be scared. If you're not scared, it means you're not gonna be prepared for what's gonna happen next. So I'm gonna go to this chart first. I'm gonna do fast Bitcoin analysis. Probably I'll do 2 altcoins and that's it. And then we're gonna go. I'm gonna go sleep basically. But yeah, so today's Bitcoin chart, as you can see, we had another big drop. Again, nothing out of the blue for me. The only thing that I didn't expect was it for this drop to be so fast. So I was expecting at least Bitcoin to reach this area right here. You can see my wave over there around 45.6 kinda. And then it just reached 41.2. Like I thought at least resistance here first and then dump and then or maybe some type of slow pullback, but no, Bitcoin decided to just basically dump. And the dump was pretty hard. I think I don't know if the alts are recovering right now or not, but I assume they're not. So I'm gonna start with the 1 hour chat to see what's up with the 1 hour. The 4 hour actually scares me, so I'm gonna leave it to the end of the analysis or the middle of the analysis basically. So let's jump to first let's go for 1 minute charts. I want to see if there's some type of price action happening on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, so buying pressure kind of decreasing slowly for the 1 minute. Nothing out of the blue here. Let's see. Yeah, nothing here. Let's go to the 5. Let's see. 5 is in need of a small pullback. Let's see, probably, yeah, it's gonna, I think that it might pull back slightly to below the EMAs slightly on the 5, but nothing major as well. Yeah, nothing major. Let's go to the 15 minute chart for Bitcoin. Like I said, the buying pressure is basically over now. It is forming a kind of bull flag if you want, but I don't think this is a bull flag in my personal opinion. Yeah, we will continue the analysis later. I just want to continue with these hour time frames to see what's up. So the 1 hour, yeah, there's actually a bearish divergence on the 1 hour right here on the MACD. So you can see your MACD like that, making it higher, and then your actual price action making a lower. So this is a bearish divergence on the MACD, hidden bearish divergence. So yeah, 15 minutes so which is in confluence with a 5 minutes. This ADX has cooled down, so you can expect kind of a small calm, basically calmness before the storm, and we're gonna see if there will be a storm or not. Let's go to the 2 hour. So you can see we're under the EMAs, by the way. We're very bearish under the EMAs. Mostly everything above the 2 hour is probably under the EMAs. Let's see here. Yeah, we're under them. We just crossed under them right here. This is the 2 hour, and now on top of this 100 EMA is now on top of us as well. So on the 2 hour chart. So this is gonna act more as resistance now, and also the 200. So basically the 100 and the 200 have just crossed bearish right there, and now this is on the 2 hour, of course. They tried to reverse right here but couldn't, and now they're bearish again. So this is the 2 hour time frame. Let's see, is there anything here worth noting? No divergence there. The 2 hour probably still gonna stay a little bit on this downside on this area right here before deciding what Bitcoin wants to do. But yeah, let's go to the 4, which is actually the scary one. No divergences there, no bullish divergences, MACDs. Yeah, nothing there too interesting. Let's see the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is the one that it's kind of scary. Number one, we have our bearish MACD cross right here on the 4 hour chart. That's the number one thing. Second thing, believe it or not, actually the sales volume right here of this drop is actually more than the buying volume. And currently our chart or our 4 hour candle closes in 56 minutes, and you can see that there is a bearish divergence in the volume as well. You're having your second candle, which is higher than your first 4 hour candle, but your second volume candle is basically lower compared to this huge selling volume here on this red candle right there. So you have this is bearish, This is bearish. This one is bearish as well because it's going to that 0.2 level, which is always bearish to stay under. You can see what happens when we're there. You just basically either correct or just pull back. No divergences as of yet. Let's see the RSI. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary yet. Yeah, everything seems normal for the 4 hour. Just expect the 4 hour is scary because it has this ADX sloping to the upside and it's curving down like this. If this does happen again, similar to here, you're gonna turn with this red squeeze and this ADX pumping up, and then you're gonna have another drop to the downside. So just be careful. Put your stop loss somewhere if you're still in the market, and that way you can relax at night basically. So 4 hour scary. 6 hour 6 hour also scary. The only thing about the 6 hour that might be beneficial for the bulls is if this turns green and this ADX starts to, or stays basically sloping upwards. That will probably create a pump on the 6 hour time frame, probably to retest the EMAs again. So it's still same region, that 43.5 43.8 region for BTC. So let's go to the 8 hour as well. Yeah, it's the 8 hour, same as 6, but the 8 hour, let's see, 1 second. Yeah, so the 8 hour and the 6 hour probably are not gonna pump right now. I still see some downside on this. Probably like a small high right here, and then another low, like you can call it a pullback if you want, but it's on the 6 hour, which is kind of a big time frame, an important time frame. And you have your bearish MACD cross here on the 6 hour as well. So this is actually something very bad for BTC as well. So you can see every time it crossed bearish, we have this pullback, but in our case, we had a correction. The EMAs are bearish as well. We have our 18 right here, we have our 30 right here, and then we have our 200, which is right here, and our 100, which is right here. And this is very bad for BTC. This is something that needs to be told now rather than later, and I'm gonna explain why now rather than later. So this is our rally basically since forever. This is where we started, this region right here. Okay, I think it's around here, right? Yeah, so this is where we started our rally. And since our rally started, you can see these EMAs, which is the 18, the 30, the 100, and the 200, never crossed with each other. Some of them, sometimes they did, the smaller ones, the 18 and 30 on the 6 hour, which is actually normal. But the 200 and the 100 on the 6 hour time frame, again, never crossed bearish throughout the rally. You can see them here, the blue one and the orange one. Second, I need this. Once we started crossing bearish right here, which is right there, this is when we, not here, this is where we started to cross bearish on this huge downside, on this huge dip basically. Once we did that and we crossed under the 18 and 30, so basically the 18 is under the 30 and the 30 is under the 100 and the 100 is under the 200. Once that happens, you start to have this basically, like I said, a huge dump to the downside. Now, is it going to be as bad as this? I have no idea because the market is very volatile right now. But this is something like super serious. This is not something to be messed with. You can see already what's happening with when this happens basically. And the thing that this makes me worry so much is because this is the start that leads to the higher time frames being bearish as well. So this right here is going to probably cause Bitcoin to get pushed down. Every time it tries to rally up, it's going to get pushed down again. So hopefully, if the bulls want at least some type of upside right now, they need to break a lot of levels. I mean, I'm talking like a lot. It's not something small. Now, this right here is about to cross this right here, and this is right. Oh, actually, they did cross. No, let me see. Yeah. So now this one right here, which is the 100, is about to cross the 200. They did cross bullish right here, and now they're about to cross bearish. If this happens, this is what you're gonna expect. Okay, I'm being very plain and simple. If they do this, you're gonna probably expect a lower high like this, and then continuation to the downside. The downside, in my personal opinion, is still there. The only difference is how we get there. Either the market's gonna give us an easy exit like that, or probably a double top or whatever, or something like this, which is similar to this scenario right here, or the market is going to be unfair to us and give us that drop again. So, like I said, this right here is not looking at all. This is not good for Bitcoin. Not 1 second, basically. Especially these high time frames where you keep going up and the indicators and the price starts to look more bad and more bad and more bad. And for those of you who joined the stream 2 days ago, probably you know that this is actually something that we were talking about, these levels, when we were tracking down the wave right here. The wave did go to the same level, but at the end of the day, it became something called a truncated wave. A truncated wave is basically a failed wave 5. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your 5 has to be more than your 3. So our 3 reached the target of around 40.095, around that area. And then the fifth wave, which is the last one, which was supposed to go to 40 or 45.5 or 46.5 to that area basically, especially if it was an extended fifth wave, it turned out to be a truncated wave. And the best example of a truncated wave, which is an irregular wave where the fifth one doesn't go more than the third one, is this right here. This is this wave B right here is actually a truncated wave because it's part of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move. Okay, this is your ABC. Usually when you have your ABC correction and you have your C reach the 1618, then this C needs to be part, or most of the time it is part of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive wave to the downside. Okay, and then these two are the waves that completed this pattern formation, and again truncated wave, this one, because B needed to go more but it didn't. So yeah, that's why probably many TAs out there in the space were predicting lower lows because of this basically B wave going there, but it didn't, truncated. And the same thing happened right there. We were pumping, we reached a region. Maybe I can show you on the 15 time frame so you can see it. So yeah, this is our truncated wave right here in front of you. Actually, I erased the wave formations, but they were here. So yeah, like I said, we reached this area right here around 40, no more. Let me see, 49.9 or yeah, around the 45K region. And then we did this basically fifth wave. This is our fifth wave. We didn't go above the third wave that much. It reached around 45,100, and then your B correction basically happened. Sorry, your A correction basically happened. And I think this is an A correction. Now the problem with this A correction is that it is small time frame correction. So you could very well argue that this is your A, this is your B, and now your C is basically finalized. I don't see it that simple. I think this is basically an A and then a B, but this B is actually made of an ABC. And then you're going to see something which is an ABC, which is basically like a head and shoulder formation in my personal opinion. So something like this. And then you're probably going to continue to the downside in my personal opinion, unless the small time frames step it up and start changing the higher time frames, which technically could be bullish. So these higher time frames around the 6-hour time frame, which we were talking about, it could have an impulsive wave to the upside if this ADX decides to curve down and then this squeeze starts to go to the green side, then definitely. And if the lower time frames decide to reverse this bearish cross on the 6-hour and on the 8-hour. So yeah, this is something very, very scary right now, this area right here for Bitcoin. For my best advice is, if you're losing, don't sell at the loss. Just hodl forever if you have to. And if you're in the market still with some profits or something and you're scared to go in or to go out, best advice is to give you to put yourself some stop losses on your tokens. That way, if this one dips again or basically dumps again, it's not gonna affect you much. It will just probably trigger your stop loss, and then you don't lose too much money. So that's the 6-hour, the 8-hour, and I'm gonna go to the 12-hour right now and check the indicators as well. And this is not even the worst part about this, but I'm gonna continue with this. Let's see. So we have a low, a lower low. So no divergences on the squeeze, no divergences on the, actually this is bad. Okay, this is bad right here. This one happened the same. This one, if you were watching the live stream a couple of days ago, I was talking about this when we were on the 1-day time frame. I said this stochastic I don't like, and this stochastic I don't like as well. It looks like it's gonna cross to the downside very, very soon, and you don't have any you don't have any divergences on the 12-hour to kind of save you. I'm gonna try to see. Yeah, you don't have any divergences on the 12. You're basically making lower lows and lower highs. Even the RSI is doing it. So yeah, I don't see anything here. You have an exaggerated divergence on the MACD, but that's it. and then this is also scary unless the ADX starts. If this ADX does this, then okay, you can start to relax, and then probably what this was just a big A correction to the downside, and now we're doing our A, our B, and then we probably completed our C. And then if this is really the case where Bitcoin is doing A, B, C correction, then what's most likely is going to do is a reverse, basically, so go to the upside with 5 waves. But you will see the break, and again, be cautious till this level right here. Everything under this level right there is just basically, this is danger zone right here, okay? It's easy. You are in profit. Just start moving your stop loss to the upside, slowly, 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 till you get to that nice place where you're okay and happy. Now to the scarier part, because there's still scarier part. So the daily as well, same thing happening. You have no divergences on the daily, squeeze, no divergences on the stochastic. Let's see, no divergences on the RSI. So basically the daily still looking the same as it did here. If you need this is what needs to happen for the daily. This needs to curve. You see, this was curving up, and then it curved down, and then the daily started to relax slightly and pump. But you see, this was a fake pump because you go to the higher time frames and you can see that there's something very bad in the charts. So the daily is still not looking bad. It's like a 50-50. It's based on the smaller time frames, what they decide to do. If the smaller time frames decide to dump, this will probably just go up more and just dump more, and then this scenario will just probably continue. If not, then I'm telling you, you can expect some type of rally to the upside, small rally, and then probably a rejection and go down. Or if you're very bullish, you're probably going to do this and then go to the downside. And I'm saying downside, I will explain why as well. So a 3-day chart. 3-day chart is very scary because this ADX is starting to wrap up, and this squeeze right here is starting to go down and entering this red region right here. And if this red region is entered, this is what happens, basically a big correction. So it's very, very scary to have these indicators like this. And you have your bearish MACD cross right here on the 3-day chart, which is also very bad. You have your bearish divergence, which is also very bad. Everything looks very, very, very bad for Bitcoin. The only thing that you might have that is maybe, I'm gonna say maybe it's gonna be something good in the future, which I believe so, is this RSI dipping to below this region right here, and this price level holding above on the 3-day chart. Then you'll probably have a bullish divergence on the daily, and then probably another upside, which is, as you can see, expected. These waves ups are always there. Nothing goes down in a straight line. But the matter of the fact is that this is in the 0.2 region, the stochastic RSI, so it's very bad. And then you have your squeeze, which is also very bad, similar as this situation. And then you have your bearish MACD cross. So all in all, the 3-day is looking very, very bad. Last one is the week. No, two more. The weekly and the monthly. The monthly also is very, very scary. You can see right here. This is the weekly chart right here. You have your stochastic RSI entering that 0.2 under that 0.8 level, which basically just says we're going down. You have this that is very important and very scary. A weekly bearish MACD cross on the 1-week time frame. I've talked about this. I've compared this exact move of Bitcoin to the 2014 rally. If this plays out, I will not be surprised. But I'm just telling you, keep your eyes on this, because last time I warned about this bearish MACD cross on the weekly chart was, guess when? Let's see when it was. And yes, there you have it. It was during the all-time high. This right here is where I started warning people and telling them, be careful, this is going to dump, it's going to dump heavy. There's a bearish MACD cross in the 1-week time frame, so you need to be careful. So this is bad, this one, and this is bad because you have low selling pressure on the ADX, and this is very bad because you have a very, very bad bearish MACD cross on the 1-week track. Does that mean that Bitcoin cannot reverse it? It probably can if it wants to, but if you go to the even higher time frames, you can see that this is not looking good at all. And if you compare this move right here that Bitcoin did with this consolidation, upside and then downside, and then this bearish MACD cross happening on the weekly, then you're going to see that this rally and the 2014 rally are eerily similar. I'm going to show you one of the comparisons later on. So yeah, this is very bad for Bitcoin. Any divergences? No, but like I said, probably if this does this and this these weekly charts basically stay above the 31 region, then you're gonna probably have another basically bullish divergence on, or hidden bullish divergence on the weekly chart, which is, this is good for the bulls. But yeah, we just wait for it to play out, and then the 1 month time frame. This is where it actually gets again very, very bad, and this is something that probably ends bull runs, which is your bearish MACD on the monthly chart, and then you have your stochastic RSI going for the 0.20 level. I'm gonna try to open other charts just to show you, because in other charts you can see these more easily. There's a lot of data there. So this is basically my fractal chart, which is actually still playing out very, very accurately, which I'll show you later as well. But for this, I'm just gonna show you this, which is basically our MACD cross on the 1 month chart. And you can see what happens when you MACD cross on the 1 month chart is just you basically enter bear land for a while, your extended corrective phase, if you want to call it. And then this one as well, when it enters that region, as you can see, this is the 2017 bull run. When it enters that region below the 0.20, the stochastic RSI on the 1 week chart, on the 1 month chart, sorry, that's where you start to get scared, and that's where the bear market basically happens. You can see the same thing in 2014, where we just stayed below the 0.20. Once you enter it, it's like it forms resistance for you. You can never break out of it. You keep hitting your head, and that's it. And also the third thing that is very bad about the chart, so you have your 1, you have your 2, you have your potential 3, which is still not confirmed, this squeeze, but you have this RSI where basically when you are in a rally, your RSI basically never dips below the 0.8 level. Like here it never dipped, and then here it never dipped till once it did that, then just basically the correction is here, and then you can see here, and you can see here, and then you can see here. Once we dip under that 0.80 level, or sorry, that 0.70 level on the RSI, on the 1 month RSI, that's basically just it for BTC. During these large time frames, till something else happens again. Now, to be fair, we do have a potential bullish monthly divergence if this does like this and stays about this level right here, which is around let's see, yeah, so around 4,000. So we're gonna probably have it for sure sooner or later. I don't know how many months, but this is the monthly time frame, so it does take time to play out. So be careful with these. These are all huge warning signs in my personal opinion. Any upside should be taken advantage of. At least put a stop loss there. If you just want to go to the moon, just put your stop loss so you don't get kicked out. Think about your capital. Please risk manage your portfolio. It's very important to have these things in your portfolio. So next, I'm gonna go to this 1 day chart, which is our fractal, to show you just a better picture of the fractal, and then we're gonna go to our previous chart, and then that's it probably, because I need to be quick with this stream. So as you can see, the fractal is still playing very, very accurately. I just took this out, this red consolidation area where I thought Bitcoin could go to 58. So I just removed it, and then I placed the fractal that was next to it right there, basically this, because I thought that this is what's going to happen right now, and it is happening. It's very similar to what's happening here. The only problem is that once people see this, they're going to FOMO in again, and they're going to say, oh, look, BTC making a lower high, higher low, sorry, so we're going to the moon. There you go, that's your key. But basically you're still bearish overall. This is nothing. This higher low is something good. I'm not going to say it's not something good. It is something good. Higher lows are very good, but the problem is when you have 25 indicators saying bear and you have one thing saying bull, you cannot take your probability of bull more than bear. That's basically it. Very, very simple thing. And that's what I probably think will happen to BTC, something like this. Maybe a little bit more volatile or less volatile. I have no idea. But yeah, I expect that basically to end by around December or 1st of January region, this whole corrective phase that we're doing with, of course, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. So just be careful. Inverted flags are playing out perfectly. These moves are playing out perfectly. So yeah, that's just a warning from me to you. I'm gonna go back to my old chart. Yeah, perfect. So this is my old chart right here, which I found very, very interesting, and I did something with it, and I want to share with you what I did. So maybe you can just bear with me a little bit so I can explain it. Maybe we went to the daily chart. It's easier to look at the daily. Yes, that perfect. So these low lines right here are called the Fib time zones. Okay, let me just check chat. Everything is okay. So you're stuck with it for a month. Okay, let me see. Look at the fractal. CoinSkid would say it's possible. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him. Let him do whatever he wants. Yeah, so it's not worth my time, honestly. It really isn't. Once I zoom out and see my life and see who I am, I really don't care what he does. It just annoys me that he just keeps speaking on this channel for unknown reasons. Since my DXY video, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, just comes, discredits my analysis, says, oh, your analysis is bad. The DXY is bearish. It's not bullish. And now the DXY has been bullish for so long, and I'll probably show you one chart. But yeah, I found this very interesting. These are called Fib time zones. So basically they're the same as Fibonacci extensions, but we use actually time rather than price to measure the extension. So it basically is a measure of time. It's a Fibonacci measure of time. So basically an exponential measure of these Fibonacci ratios. And you can see the Fibonacci ratio right here, the 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. This is the Fib ratio. So yeah, what I did is I basically just took the high of the bull market, in my personal opinion, to that first low, and then I extended my Fib time zone. And after I extended it, what I got is, after it extends automatically, what I got is I got these Fib time zones where basically every basic uptrend was happening during these Fib time zones. And I'm gonna try to show you. So for example, we started here, we had our drop here, then we had our rally here, then we had our drop here again, and then from 3 to 5 we had our rally, and then from 5 to 8 we have our drop, and now we are, and then after that from 8 to 13, yeah, to 13 we are doing a rally again. And now if you see the sequence that is happening, drop, rally, drop, rally, drop, rally, and I think it's a drop. And it's not coincidence that these fibs are like spot on every basic period of time that we had doing something. Every time frame that you see that the Fib time zone is splitting is making the rallies and the dumps more visible for you. So you had your drop from 0 to 1, then you had your rally from 1 to 2, then your drop from 2 to 3. So basically this is the time frame that it gives you the exact dates basically. And then from 3 to 5 you reach that basic local high, and then from 5 to 8 you dropped again, and then from 8 to 13 you pumped again. Give or take a few days is not going to make a big difference, but the general overall pattern is very interesting. And now of course this, in my personal view, if you just study mathematics, you have 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. So this is a 1 again, which is a drop, and it's happening again, and it's not a coincidence that we just dropped. And it's not a coincidence that many people were just saying, oh, yo, be careful, there will be a drop. So yeah, these Fib time zones are very, very, very interesting in my opinion. You can play with them in any way you want, and they'll probably give you different patterns. And if you catch one of the golden patterns, basically, you'll probably be very, very happy. So yeah, these things, for me, just pay attention to this. There's a very, very likely possibility that this is a downtrend again. Again, don't think that Bitcoin cannot do this. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants, and this is still a downtrend. Okay? Downtrend ends when this is broken, or when we start doing this. At least this is when the downtrend ends, basically. And yeah, the end of this Fib time zone is around the 21K region, the 21 of December or the 20th of December. So basically around Christmas. And I'm gonna go to the BTC all-time high, all-time history index chart where I have my fractal, and I'm gonna try to use the Fib time zones. Where did I put them? Right here. So I'm gonna try to use the Fib time zones to see if the Fib time zones can give me some type of I don't know, like a clarity basically on what's gonna happen with our market. Like, is it going to make us go to the moon? Is it going to make us basically come here? Let's see if my fractal does fit here somewhere as well, which is for me kind of interesting. So let's make it fit 100%. So yeah, this is the all-time high, and then you can see again drop, rally, drop, rally, drop, rally, and then my fractal is a drop. And then actually my fractal extends more. So probably if this Fib time zone is correct, probably my fractal will be invalid right here. Till now, it is valid because there's a lot of confluence with it and many indicators and many key levels. So yeah, and it's a trend that I basically drawn out. So probably an extension of this or some type of different move, but I'm just gonna keep it like that and see what happens because I still believe it's tracking very good. So yeah, and don't forget, of course, bearish descending triangle on the big time frames. No one wants to talk about it. They want to talk about whatever bullish thing they see, inverse head and shoulder or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is a bearish descending triangle, a huge bearish descending triangle, and this is probably a very bad sign for Bitcoin, but because this is what they do in general, basically. So that is Bitcoin for now. I've seen this in the chart and it's actually scared me. Combine them with everything you see. It's up to you to whether to decide what's going to happen. I just try to give you information so you can protect yourself for the next coming days or weeks. It's going to get bumpy and rough. I hope the market does take it easy on the retail. I hope it does give us this upside that we need, at least to probably just hedge ourselves a little bit more. So yeah, that is BTC for now. I'm going to go to the chat, see if there's any questions super fast. The funny thing is that YouTubers never talk about this. They spread just hopium. Even if BTC drops to 20K, they will they will say we are in a bull market. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I don't really blame them, because they're using basic very basic technical analysis. They're using basically support holds and then you're still okay. And I explained this last time. If support is holding, it doesn't mean that your trend is bullish though. So for example, okay, support was holding here, was holding here, was holding here. Okay, we got a small upset, no problem. And then after what happened, support didn't hold anymore. So you had your support 1, 2, 3. It just got tested twice. The third time it just broke. Okay, we tested the 30K region millions of times. So if we go down again one more time to that region, we're going to break it. Now, I don't expect Bitcoin to go down in a straight line there, but I do expect to start bouncing in this region, the mid 30s, then go up to the high 30s and maybe 42 again, and then drop again, and keep doing this till you have some sudden huge event that will provide liquidity for the bull market to happen. And actually, when you zoom out to my fractal, you can see that maybe if I try to switch the time frames slightly, because this is a drop, this has to be a bull move basically. So maybe if I do this like that, something like this, I don't know, something along those areas, then this fractal actually will become very legit, because after the bull move, you need I hope this Fib time zone doesn't happen. I'm gonna say that for now. If this Fib time zone happens, then this just basically means you have an up and a drop between December and May instead of a pump. And then from May onwards, you'll probably have your all-time high, basically, if this happens. It is, in my predictions, I think that the BTC chart, Bitcoin will reach around 100K by May, I think, that region over there. But yeah, this is something very interesting to look at, especially how it's confluenced with everything else, basically. But the YouTubers, they will keep saying we're don't worry, we're bullish. Okay, you know how many months they've been saying that they're bullish? They've been saying that they're bullish since the 65K top. I mean, if they just warned the people slightly more, the people could have DCA'd slightly up there, then at least bought some dips right here, and then when they pumped, we could have taken out some money here. Like we could have been that's the advantage of looking at the charts. Even the bears, right? Bears are better than bulls, because at least bears, they tell you the drop is coming. The bulls, they don't tell you it's coming. It's just to the moon, buy the dip, and then you buy the dip here, and then you eat a 30K drop. For me, I'd rather be safe as always. Please, I urge you, if you don't want to follow any of these, just get yourself a TA book and learn for yourself. Making higher lows is good. It's not bad. But when everything in the charts around 25 indicators is saying that you're going to go down and you are in a clear downtrend, you cannot say I am bullish. Okay? You can say I'm bullish long term, but you cannot say this is bullish price action. This is very bad price action. You just dropped here like a 55%, and then you couldn't even pump it back, basically. And then you dropped again from exact similar resistance trend line. Okay, so I hope I made my point. Can you maybe make a short update about the DXY? Sure, I'm going to go right now to the DXY, see what's up with it. DXY. Yeah, the DXY is still looking the same. Actually, it's holding support, which is actually very good. This is a very good sign for the DXY. This area is I hope it does a bull flag. I really hope it does, because it's looking like it is holding. So if you are part of my TA group who are probably watching, some of them probably are here, they know that in order for this to be a legit breakout, they need the pump, the retest, and the pump again. Basically, when you have this retest and you see this going up, then this is your signal that we're going up. So it's right now is looking pretty good. If we start doing this, then I start to get a little bit cautious, but the weekly is still super duper bullish. The daily is just basically 10 days worth of price action, basically nothing. But yeah, you can see the bullish is the weekly DXY is super green and super healthy and super everything. It looks very healthy. So yeah, let's see where the DXY is gonna go with this. It's already had its bullish cross on the 1 week chart, similar to here. And this, when this happens, this is basically the end of your bull run. You can go back in history and check it yourself. And please, if you don't like the argument of history, like don't go back in history, please don't tell me, but this time is different. Please. You can be bullish, but you cannot be like use the things that you want and don't allow the other people to use the things also that you use, basically. So I'm using the charts to tell you, oh look, this was bearish here, similar thing, and you're using the charts to tell me the history doesn't repeat itself, but then you use them at your own convenience, basically. It's not fair, basically. So yeah, this is the DXY, super bullish. I still see it, still 100%. Low quality video, can put it better. Yeah, you can put it 1080. Put full HD and it becomes super better because I'm using a 4K screen. I love your technical analysis. Thank you a lot. Thank you as well. Please, books, read. Don't listen to me. Don't even trust me. Just go do your research. Easy. Thank you, Mace. This was good. We know it's extremely late in the day for you, so we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Time to sell what I can. Wait for the next dump. Get out. Okay, this is bad. This right here, this comment, time to sell what I can, wait for next dump, get back in, and then forget about this market for the last 2 years. This is bad. Why is it bad? Because TA is a probability. A smart person checks the probabilities and does a strategy to kind of compromise between the first and the second. So even though the higher time frames are bearish, basically, I'm not gonna say Bitcoin is not gonna make a 10K move to the upside. I cannot predict the future 100%. I can see what the probability is, but again, it is a probability. Once you start seeing this as a probability, then you start to look at TA and a crypto in a different manner. My best advice is just put a stop loss somewhere, let it kick you out if it dumps again, and then that's it. Basically, that's it. And if it does go up higher, because I'm telling you, this is Bitcoin. And the market wants to attract, it wants to hook as many fish as possible. The only way it does that is, in my personal opinion, is if it pumps for the next week till maybe like October 2nd or October 3rd to like 48K, that region maybe, that will FOMO a lot of people in, and then bam, another drop in. And it's probably going to be very fast and very quick. Like no one will notice that this happened. Look at this massive W pattern. Yeah, there's a huge W for the DXY, which is playing out, and there's another huge one if this does play out. Now it's going to be debated for sure, but I probably think it is because it came after a downtrend. So this is also, in my personal opinion, since it's coming from a downtrend, it could be a reversal pattern of this huge downtrend. So you have this. And if this does this, it's been trying for a while to break it. And if it does break it, so this is also very bad for crypto and many markets out there. Because everyone's betting on this to collapse, and it's not holding. Just so you know, no one's smarter than the U.S. economy and the U.S. government. They know how to do their own thing in their own way. And by smart, I mean for their own benefits. They do what they want for their own benefits, and no one can basically stop them. And if you see this, they see it before you. If you know Bitcoin is going to be huge in the future, they would probably know before you as well. Nothing in the CA, nothing in the USA is not easy. Everything is easy for them, basically. Just remember that. This is going to be a very good history lesson for the future when you remember this about the US and DXY. It's not going to allow its currency to drop in a year or whatever. Because if Bitcoin does a 220K, like many YouTubers are saying, right, by May or whatever, depending when they choose, because they keep changing their minds. Either it's May or Jan or December. I really now honestly don't know when the high of the bull run is coming. Every time they just change it. But if it does come in the May, maybe, the only way Bitcoin goes to 200 in May is if there's huge inflation and huge crash in the dollar. That's the only way. Because if there's no crash in the dollar, you need to remember that Bitcoin's market cap is like trillions of dollars. In order for BTC to do a ×2 from where it is right now, basically a ×3. So ×3 basically means around 100K. For it to do a ×3, it needs around 6 trillion worth of liquidity to be entered to Bitcoin. 6 trillion to BTC comes in one form only. If Bitcoin goes to 20, then you get retail FOMOing in, and then you get your start of the bull run again. Basically, that's my personal opinion as an economist, as an analyst. You can take it as you will again. So yeah, DXY bullish. Let's go to the charts. To the chat. Hedging makes the best seen. DCA in, DCA out. Perfect. DCA in, DCA out. They're small profits, but they're profits. And then, slow and steady wins the race. The rabbit tries to go, but finally the turtle is gonna win. ETH, I will try to do it. What books do you recommend for technical analysis that you actually translate into practical and not just theory? Okay, first, there's no way you can translate. There's no way you can combine the technical analysis with the thing that makes it basically translated to theory. Understanding the market and actually understanding technical analysis is two different things and very, very far from each other. My best advice for you is start with pattern formations, which are the easiest. There's a book called The Encyclopedia of Patterns. I used it when I started learning TA back in the day. It's very good because patterns are the easiest thing newbies spot. Head and shoulders, double tops, these are the easiest thing. And then when you start seeing patterns, you start getting curious about EMAs and about whatever, volume, divergences, and then so on and so forth, drawing trend lines. And yeah, that's how you build yourself up, basically. You need nobody to sell to make the price to rise. Here's the thing. There's no more people willing to buy in the market. Okay, you can see this by the huge. Oh, I forgot to show you this. I actually showed my Discord, but I will show you as well. I think this is important for everybody, and I love my Discord. I shared this with them before I went out around like 6-7 hours ago, but now I think the people need to know as well because it's unfair. It's unfair. Listen, this is the 1 month chart for Bitcoin. Okay, the 1 month is gonna make it super clear for everybody what's going on in the market and why the market's doing this and why the market is basically keeps crashing all the time. Okay, so this is your market, your 1 month bull runs basically, and I want to show you. So other than you have this bearish MACD that we talked about and these RSIs, I didn't show you something which is the volume of Bitcoin traded throughout these many years. So this is the volume of Bitcoin traded. So I'm gonna try to make it like this and like that and zoom out. Yeah, perfect. So you can see since 2011 till 2021, our price is basically going up to infinity and beyond, and our volume is going down. This is called a bearish divergence. Okay, this is very bad for BTC. This just basically means that you have, it just basically tells you that there's more downside to come in the next few months. Okay? And this just also tells you what is the market psychology right now of people. People right here were FOMOing in Bitcoin more than people in 2021. And the more time Bitcoin moved through the years, the less people started to actually buy BTC. Now, why is crypto so hot right now? The answer is easy. Alts. People are FOMOing for alts and they're neglecting BTC, and then this is what happens when you neglect BTC. You have a lower volume on the indicators, and you have a higher price, basically, which is driven by the alt market, definitely, and some whales buying BTC here and there. So yeah, that's what happens when you neglect Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. Whatever he does, everything follows. Hopefully, in the future, he stops becoming the king, and then yeah, he can move on to whatever. But yeah, this is a very bad sign, and this shows you what's happening right now. If you want this bull market to go, you need retail to enter, and retail doesn't want to enter. That's plain and simple. Twitter makes this huge news about Bitcoin and paying with Bitcoin or whatever, and the price dumps 10% or 15%. El Salvador adopts Bitcoin, the price dumps. Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin 25 times, the price dumps 25 times. The only person that seems to be pulling the strings on Bitcoin is Elon Musk, because twice in a row right now. Once he dumps it, and the other one he pumps it. So maybe he's the real guy, the dump it and pump it guy. Who knows? Okay, so charts. Chat, do you have opinion on silver prices? I think silver and gold are gonna go high in the future, but they just need the economy to just open again. When the economy starts to open again, and then you see this the companies starting to accumulate or buy silver, because silver is a precious metal that is really used in many different things and many technologies. And many advanced technologies, by the way. I forgot last time that silver could be used like to kill bacteria or something. It's more hygienic and more sanitizing than I don't know what. So silver and gold are the best hedge. They're not investments, but they're hedges. So basically, if you put $1,000 in silver, right, and today $1,000 buys you an iPhone, 10 years from now, you can still buy the same iPhone with the same money that you invested in silver. So you don't lose a value in your money. You lose slightly probably if they keep manipulating the prices of silver and gold, because they are manipulated as well. If I wanted to hold coins for 5 to 10 years, which 3 to 5 coins would you recommend apart from BTC? So this is my personal opinion, right? CHZ, Chili's, because I see there's use case for it. It's a great token. It has no competition out there. It's related to sports, and the World Cup is coming. So that one for me is a no-brainer. B-Chain, definitely. It's again, it has no competition. It's supply management. It just needs the economy to open up. Once the economy starts to open up, and if you believe that the economy is going to start to open up, then VeChain is something super good. I also like XRP because it's the only centralized token available. Everybody hates it because it's centralized, but I actually like it because it's the smart token. It's the token that lets the government say, okay, you're good to go. I can allow you. You're centralized. Because governments don't like decentralization. And that's why they keep enforcing rules on crypto and trying to bash crypto and trying to ban exchanges, so on and so forth. So yeah, this one is XRP. What else do I like? I like Vitho because, again, Vitho is a part of the VeChain community. And I think once VeChain and once the economy starts to open up and this supply management chain starts to work again and we start to have trades through countries and whatever, then I think Vitho will probably explode in the price, because there's so much VeChain that you can stake for your Vitho. Huge companies are not going to wait for staking Vitho for like 20 days. They're just going to buy their Vitho. Small people like you and me, and yeah, sure, we stake, but companies, they will not, definitely. So Vitho is also very good. And BNB, I like BNB. BNB is actually is here to stay. It's not here to go anywhere. So you can see my investments or my tokens are tokens that have utility and that are something that is you can see in the future happening. Whereas Solana, ADA, even though I love ADA, but Solana and ADA and Luna and Lena and Matic and whatever, all of these tokens are just basically the potential Googles and Yahoos and whatever of the future. You remember, you guys know Yahoo, right? Like, no one has used Yahoo since when it came out. It was like the bomb. It was Yahoo, the best thing ever. And then now barely anyone uses it. Now it's Google and whatever. So you gotta understand, all of these tokens that you have right now in crypto, they're your Yahoos, they're whatever, they're BitConnects. Some of them will fail, some of them will survive. And I don't like to pick coins that have competition, because why would I pick a coin that has competition? I pick a coin with no competition that is surely about to go somewhere in the future. And Chili's is my main one because it's I think it's amazing. Once the economy starts to open up, once you start to having your NBAs, your World Cups, your World Series, your UEFAs, your whatever, then you will see the power of Chili's, where how it's going to infect everybody, because it gives you the power basically to talk to your team, to your favorite team. And sports is very big thing. Sports are very big. The volume is going down because BTC is worth so much more. Now a typical trade is less than one coin. Early on trades were 1,000 coins. It's not because it's going higher in price, by the way. It's because people don't want to buy that price. You're in a sense, you're right. It's because the price is so high. But it's not actually the price itself. It's because people don't want to buy such high coin. You're correct. You can see, but just try to change your perception of the market. The perception that you have of your statement basically is a bullish statement. It's not an unbiased statement. An unbiased statement would say, the volume of Bitcoin is going down because the price of Bitcoin is so high that no one wants to buy. So yeah, no one wants to buy. Retail doesn't want to buy. Why would retail buy 60K BTC when in December it was like 10K, for example? Why would someone buy it? And the people who did buy it, they just got destroyed through these 3 months So basically, any hope of BTC going to the 100,000 region, which is the new retail, not the old retail. The new retail is the thing that's gonna push the market. So yeah, any hope was basically gone. That's it. And now you just need something huge. And you see the Twitter thing. It barely shake the price. By huge, I mean countries. The US has Bitcoin. Definitely, you see 100K in a few weeks. That's something that's news. That's big news. Current price of BTC, any thoughts? Can we break 43.5? I just explained. I will try to summarize one more time before I leave. Let me see the chat if everything's okay because I have to go. True, but blockchains are the hardest to invest in because you don't know which one. Exactly, you don't know which one. You have the Yahoos, the Googles, the whatever. Some of them are going to win. Some of them are not going to win. So my best advice, pick the things that are there to stay. BNB is here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. A token like VeChain with no competition, with already companies like partnerships with BMW and whatever, DHL is here to stay. Chili's, a sports token that allows the fans to vote and to talk to teams basically, which also has partnerships with the NBA, with the some of the UEFA teams, with the big international teams. It's here to stay. So yeah, do you think we will reach 100K at the end of the year? No. I'm going to be very honest with you. I say no. And one of the main reasons that I say no is because everybody is expecting it. Everybody and their mother is expecting 100K by end of year. If the market gives us 100K by end of year, I'm Gucci. I'm still invested in. That's why I told you, play smart. Don't let the market outsmart you. Outsmart it. Keep some money inside that you're willing to forget for a few years. And then if, for example, you start to see huge pumps, don't keep it and go away. No, just come back into crypto a little bit, take out that capital and some extra profits, and then go play with your friends and forget crypto for a while. Then come back, see how the price is. If you see there's a bear market, start to invest slowly. And if you see that you're going to the moon, start to DCA out slowly as well to take some money from that investment that you had. But always keep the initial amount that you wanted to invest, keep it in the market, always. So I invested 30K. I always keep 30K in the market. I take profits, I keep 30K. I take profits, I keep 30K. XRP, too much hands of a few with a lot of manipulation, though, only pumps and dumps. Yeah, definitely. XRP is a pumper and dumper, but when XRP pumps, it pumps. It's the pumper of crypto. But the only thing that I like, if XRP wins the case versus the SEC, XRP is going to explode. Because governments like XRP. That's the only reason. And banks. So banks and governments. The enemies of crypto like XRP. So that tells you. And the enemies of crypto are basically the ones who are doing this in the chat, who are basically dropping the price of Bitcoin. Let's see. Do you have any opinion on silver? I said you need nobody to sell. No. Can you do CLR? I will try. That's basically you don't need that amount of extra volume to have a pump. You do need the market cap volume at least. So if you have a coin with a market cap of 1 million, it needs, if you wanted to do a times 2, you need another million. So it becomes 2 million market cap. And then you can have your twice. Of course, the supply is important, definitely. I'm not gonna say no, but it's around that area. Bitcoin is a price that has been Bitcoin is a crypto or an asset that has been growing exponentially, and the more, if you're a mathematics guy, you know that the more you grow with these exponentials, the less the gains become. So from $1 to $1,200, which was the all-time high of Bitcoin in 2014, I think, that's 1,200x for BTC. And then from 1,200 to 20,000, around 20,000, that 1,200x changed into around, 15x, if around that area. And then that 20,000 high changed into a 65, so a 3x. Like I said, the more you go up, the x's become less. Just so you know. That's why people like to invest in micro coins, because they pump. ADA update. Right now I think everything is gonna follow Bitcoin. I think the updates are okay. I will try my best, but I'm very sleepy. I'll try to answer your answers super fast. The volume is going down. No, whatever. We did this. Hedging makes the best sense. Okay, what books I told this about? Maze, the way I see this TA is good, but it doesn't really measure news. For example, like today's China news, whether they are good news or bad news. Great. I love. I don't know if you're a guy or girl, but I love this this person right here. BEACA. Excellent, amazing question. I love to get asked this, by the way. He said, let me see this question again. Where is he? If no, not this one. Where are you, BECA? I forgot where he is. I missed him. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you what he said. He said, okay, my TA seems very good, but I'm not using anything fundamental to yeah, here it is. Maze, the way I see this TA is good, but it doesn't really measure news, for example, like today's China news, whether they are good news or bad news. Other TAs take these possibilities. Okay, let me explain one thing. Before the China FUD came out, before the Twitter Bitcoin thing came out, before the whatever came out, many TAs, I'm not going to say only me, but many TAs, including myself, said, we're going to drop here, we're going to go to 30K here, and then we're going to go have a rally after for 2 months. And you can ask my Discord members. I told them in July 29th, around the area, after Bitcoin started to pump, I said, okay, we'll probably have 2 months of green. Now, we were expecting different resistance in the regions, but finally we had the 2 months of green exactly. And then after the 2 months of green, I told them, yo, be careful, there's a correction, take out your money. At 50, they took out some of the money, and then they didn't lose a lot. And then after that, I said, yo, be careful, this correction is not over. We have an upside and then a downside. We're going in a downtrend. And that's what we're doing right now. I told them this, and many other TAs, not only me, but I told them this before things happened. So I don't really take into account fundamentals, especially when, because listen, fundamentals are bullish no matter what you want to say or no matter what you want to do. It's bullish all the time, 24/7. That's why people get trapped with these markets, because they get FOMO'd in with these fundamentals. Oh, Twitter accepting, and you see a mini pump and then a huge wick or a huge red candle coming after, like the same red candle we did right there. What do you think about current price on BTC? I think take a look at the S&P. Okay, what's up with the S&P? S&P. Let's see the S&P. What's up with it? Oh, nice. Let's see the S&P. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, it's still not formed that top yet. So let's see. Yeah, S&P selling pressure is decreasing definitely. So you're gonna see a upside. I still believe this is what's gonna happen: a lower high and then a continuation again down to the downside. And again, all of these bad things that you see in the charts, from the stock market to your bearish divergences everywhere, right? And the S&P, the inflation that's coming, every bad news in the world is coming at the end of December. Just so you remember. Okay, last few questions in the chat. Please suggest how to start a TA journey. I have Elliott Wave book that you suggested, but for normal TA, please suggest. Like I said, encyclopedia of patterns. Try to learn patterns first. They're very easy to spot: head and shoulders, double bottoms, the rising wedges, broadening wedges. And then when you start to learn about these patterns, you become better and better, and then you can upgrade yourself. Thank you, Maze. This was great. We know it's extremely late. You're very welcome. Love the detail today, man. Interesting. Thank you so much. Why can't we cross 20K if it's just a 1-2 wave, not a 3-4? But why can't we cross? If why can't we cross 20 if it's just a 1-2 wave, not a 3-4 wave? Oh, because the second, by the way, just so you know, wave 4, and you can go Google this wave, and because I know many YouTubers are using it, especially CoinSkin. Wave 4, okay, is the weakest retractive wave. Wave 4, it's the weakest. By weakest, I mean it's the one that retraces the least. So it retraces a maximum of 38.2. Sometimes it goes to 50, but no more than 50. That's it. The YouTubers out there, their wave 4 is actually more than 50. It's 55 already. So it's completely thrown out of the. It's just you throw it in the garbage. Now they can argue, yo, but I did this, but Elliot, the book says 50. If your math book says 20 times 20 is 400, you just need to accept 20 times 20 is 400. You cannot just switch whatever you want and make it fit your own thing. It doesn't work like that. Let's see, what else do we have? No, we're still in a bull market. We are still in a bear market, not in a bull market. We are in a bearish corrective phase. It's not a bullish corrective phase, because in a bullish corrective phase you start to see higher highs and higher lows on the chart, not lower highs and lower lows and going downward like limping, basically going down like that. No, you don't see that. So I'm sorry. And your indicators that I just showed you, one of them is the most important one for me is the weekly. I can show you. This is my signal that, okay, our bear market is here, and I'm willing to put my reputation on it. Oh, what am I doing? I'm ready to put my reputation on it. I'm gonna show you. I think many people probably follow this also indicator now. It's becoming the 18 and 30 EMA on the 1 week chart. This is what I expect, or what I am eyeing basically. These two cross. These two EMAs cross, the 18 and the 30, it's bull market over. And I'm placing my reputation on it. Because throughout history, they never cross. They only cross when you're in a corrective phase, similar to here. So they crossed right there. You were on a corrective phase. And then once you cross bullish, this was the start of your bull run. And this is where CoinSkid put his one wave like that. And then his 2 wave, which is still undecided. He doesn't know if he wants to put it here or here. So I'm going to just put it here for him. And his 3 wave, which is invalid as well, because it's more than 4.5 times the A wave. A wave is a 10K wave. 4.5 times 10 is 45,000. 45,000 from 6 is 51,000. So we reached 65, invalid, throw outside the window. And then there his 4th wave, which is, I think, is somewhere here. Again, it's more than 55%. It's more than 50% retrace. So again, throw out the window. Whether you want to accept this or not is on your own personal opinion. You open your book, your Elliott Wave book. You put my chart versus his chart, and then you start checking the fibs and see which one is following the book. That's all I'm gonna say on that subject. And then yeah, I'm gonna go to the next chat. Let's see. Anyone else? Look at the fractal. CoinSkid would say this is. Oh no, I saw his fractal. He did a fractal, but his fractal was like this, which is for me just normal. I've seen a lot of things in crypto. Yeah, I think that's it for the chat. Everyone's doing okay here. So unstick and sell my dot and wait for a drop. No, don't do that. I told you what you need to do. You are 100% bear, or you have a chance for all-time high. I have a chance for all-time high, but liquidity needs to be taken out of the market. Okay, let me just clarify one last thing before I pop off, because I think I'm done for tonight. I'm very tired. Go talk to any economic major or accounting and finance major or masters in finance or masters in economic or whatever, statistics even. Go ask them. Anyone, any professional, good master analyst or economist or whatever, ask him, healthy markets, how do they move? What needs to make a healthy market go up more and more? The number one answer is liquidity, money. People will not buy Bitcoin here. They don't want to. You can see the charts. They're telling you, we don't want. They're telling you, we don't want. And then, no, we don't want. No, we don't want. This is we don't want. Okay? Very simple. Once Bitcoin does this, okay, we want. This is why we call it a B-shaped recovery, because Bitcoin goes to these special discount areas. Oh my God, Bitcoin was at 60, now it's at 10K. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Go buy Bitcoin, and then the FOMO start to have your pumps basically. But yeah, when we reach this region, I'm gonna make another video about this, because I also don't know how it's gonna play out. It's very uncertain for me right now over there. Probably like this is dip, and like that, and then boom, something like that. Yeah, so that's it for the chart. 0.786 is at 34,400. Yeah, 34,400. Excellent channel. What exchange do you personally use? What stablecoins do you use and trust more? Actually, I'm in USDT. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been cryptos from 2017. I've used USDT. I've heard many FUDs about USDT, but again, I'm not stupid. I always keep a small amount in and a small amount out, as always. And I use Binance right now, and I like KuCoin as well. There's other exchanges I'm gonna try, but not yet. Well, look at this way. You are very smart newbies. You are very smart newbies to have found me so early in your investing careers. Wish I had TA back then. I had to go through the roller coaster alone. Sadly, many, not you only, buddy, not only you. Yeah, that's probably it. Everything is good. Yeah, that's it for the chart, for the chat. Can you see? Can't see your. Oh, sorry. Okay. Even though I'm just talking, I'm not explaining anything. Just talk. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's it. Do you consider shorts, long futures in your TA? Today the futures ended at the price of 44. Do you think that's why we're still staying down? Yes, I do consider shorts and longs in my TA, definitely. But I don't really prioritize them. I only prioritize the chart itself, Bitcoin longs and Bitcoin shorts. Sometimes I do pop to the perpetual chart because it's very important to keep an eye on it, especially with the CME gaps. But most of the time I just keep it to my own TA. It's a mimic. It's a mimic. Even you watch the futures chart, you can still accurately predict whatever you want to predict, basically. So we restart from level 1. What do you think about CoinSkid? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be very nice. I just think he's not a real TA. That's it. That's very simple. That's my answer about him. Because if he was a real TA, at least he would put a proper wave count. Like he calls this 1, 2, whatever. This is your 1 right here. You can go see if you want to see some professionals in Elliott Wave, go see Lisa and Edwards, I think. She's a very good TA analyst, Elliott Wave analyst. Her wave 1 is here, which is proper wave 1. Because if your wave 1 is here, then this is a 20k wave, not the 10k wave. Then this third wave becomes more likely to be a real third than from here. Because here, if you multiply this by 4, you get 80k. So like you remember, right? Wave 1 cannot be more than 4.5. This is 3 times 65 or 3.5 65. So this is legit. It's a legit wave 1. And this right here, which he's calling a 1-2 wave, Mr. CoinSkid, it's actually an ABC correction. So you reach your wave 1, and then you have your A and your B, and then you have your C, and then you start having your impulsive waves to the upside, which go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we did. And this is just from a book. You can read if you want, and you see my TA, how it is, and why I predict this, and why I do that. You have your 1 wave, you have your A, B, C correction to the Corona dump, which is still valid, because when you combine, by the way, he was worried, CoinSkid was worried with this wave 2 being too close to wave 1, which it is, which puts it in the blurry section. But when your wave 1 starts at $1, then this wave 2 basically means nothing, or whatever price action you want to choose here. But I know wave 1 ends here, most likely, and the maximum is going to be a 20k wave, basically. So yeah, you have your wave 1, your A, B, C, and then your impulsive wave to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then after you reach every impulsive, you have a corrective. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have your A, B, and your C wave, and then your A, B, and C. Since this C is elongated, it's more than 1618 or around 1618 region. It needs to be part of a 5 wave. So now you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because this is a 5 wave, this is also called an inverted bearish flat formation. Like I said, every wave complements the other. Every wave is a puzzle, is a piece of the puzzle. So this wave complements this wave complements that. And similar to what I explained right here with the ABC, you had your you had your ABC, which is actually part of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically ABC and then a 1, 2. So this is your 5 waves. And then this wave, after this is finalized, you have an upside made of 5 waves. And then after this is finalized, you have an inverted small bearish flat right here, which is playing according to this. So if CoinSkid was a real TA, he would probably at least see the wave counts properly. At least. Minimum. He would check the indicators on monthly time frames and see that they're very similar to bear market land, basically. And he would tell you. But what he does say, which is very smart in my opinion, he said, if we break support, I will be bearish. Support for him is like 33 or something. By the time we're there, it's over. That's the only problem. Like it's someone saying, okay, if I make a lower low, I'm starting to be bearish. Of course you're bearish. It's already 25k. You need to be bearish before that, not under. And that's why many people get wrecked on the 2014 and 17 bull runs. Very, very simple. Okay, I think that is it. I'm very, very tired. Maze, how deep do you expect next move to 34? Actually, I think it's gonna pump. Just a feeling, because the YouTubers, the bullish ones are saying, I don't know, is it? I think they're calling dump now. So it will probably pump and then dump after when they call the opposite, which usually happens all the time. We were at 48, they were calling pump, we dumped. They were at 65, we were calling pump, they dumped. So yeah, we were at 30. They started to call dump, and I remember that at 29K. Of course, I was expecting it, but I had this feeling inside, like, oh my god, why did the YouTubers now say dump on Bitcoin? Like Carl the Moon was saying, yo, I'm gonna short Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin did a 55 or a 75% rally to the upside. So that's why I always use this thing in my brain. So I think pump maybe down. So it's a ABC correction, maybe a small ABC correction. Do you look at footprint charts for your entries and exits? No, I have my own strategy for that. Very detailed strategy with takes courage, control of feelings, and proper risk management, which are very hard to have, all of them. Great stuff, Maze. Excited for the 50K plus. Thank you. I'm now waiting for the 30K zone to DCA before exiting. Oh, exited at 50K plus. Thank you. Okay, very, very welcome. Just remember, DCA smartly, never be all out, never be all in, and protect your capital. Yeah, that's it. So anyways, guys, that's the stream for today. I'm going to keep it short. I'm not going to continue too much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please share, like the video, subscribe. I really want to make more videos for you so I can, at least have some encouragement to do this YouTube thing. When I do it, I just do it for the small people, small community who come here. If it wasn't for these small people who were part of the Twitter community as well and who really wanted me to tell them but cannot join my Discord, I wouldn't even do it. So yeah, like I said, thank you for the stream, and I really hope you enjoy your night tonight, and I'll probably do some other streams later on. So I'll see you again next time, guys.